Good morning. Welcome back to Food Freedom. So it is officially the midway point of our October no sugar lock-in reset. How's everybody doing? So the interesting thing for me with this reset is God has taken a detour in my life. I have been on a fast for the last few days, and it's because I felt disconnected in my time of prayer. I didn't feel like it was deep. I didn't feel like it was meaningful. I didn't feel like I was getting what I needed out of that time spent with God. It wasn't like a desert wilderness kind of thing. It was more like there's more. God has more for me. So Friday morning, the internet was out in my neighborhood, trucks up at the corner working on it, and I had an extended amount of time to spend with God. I spent that time because I couldn't do things on my phone. I spent that time with an open page Bible, and it was amazing. It was wonderful just to read through the Word, to pray my normal way of praying, but opening that book just felt so different than just doing an online devotional. And I felt God calling me to come away from more of that, more of time spent with Him, just in His Word, just praying without the distractions of what comes on a phone, the pop-ups and the distractions. And so I've been spending some time with God in prayer, and it has been amazing. God's called me away to tell me what I need to do, which is let go of more of my ambition, my desires, and focus more on His desires for me in life. I feel like God is calling us all to a deeper time of spending more time with Him, seeking His will for our lives. The other thing is that it's fall and seasons are changing, food choices are changing. So I am desiring more savory foods, saying goodbye to my summer fruit salads and fruit and vegetable salads, or should I say sweet and savory fruits. Salad, and spending more time looking to see what I can eat that's God approved. So I've been researching God approved recipes for like roasting foods and making soups and that kind of thing. So I will be sharing those recipes and how they come together. I'll be sharing them with you. We'll be experimenting together. So that's coming up. But this has been a phenomenal month so far for me. And my flesh, I've got to tell you, is like, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to not be ambitious. I don't want to not be focused on what I'm eating for the day, because I can get carried away with just focusing on what I'm eating, what I get to enjoy, right? All those things that my flesh is like, yay, let's do this, let's do that. But God is calling me and you, He's calling us into a deeper walk, time pulled away with Him, which is what this reset is about. It is about resetting our hearts, pulling away from the food, pulling away from the world, and spending time in His presence. So ask yourself, in this reset, am I aligned with His will? Is my eating aligned with His will? Is my activities aligned with His will? Am I doing more of what my flesh wants, what I enjoy? Or am I doing more of what's enjoyable to God, and developing that deeper connection with Him, where He's pleased? When He's pleased, we're pleased. God has way more for us than what we can hope, think, or imagine when we look at how we want our lives to line up. lining up with God's way pulls us away from the world's way. And I'm finding that I am more in tune still with the world's way of doing things than with God's way. So God calls us away to spend time with Him so we can be reset. We can be locked in. I'm locking in what I'm doing now to carry me through 2026. I'm locking in now to see what God would have for me in the coming year. I'm locking away now so that I don't need New Year's resolutions come January 1st. That is the goal and the purpose of this reset. It's pulling away from sugar, because when we're in the sugar, we can't hardly think of anything else except our next fix, our next high. But when we come away from that, we are left with what we would do and how we would respond to life, because we're not responding by eating something that is enjoyable to our flesh. Now we have to look at what's going to feed our soul and what's going to feed our spirit. I can be so ambitious. That's just my nature. I can be so driven. But this reset month has brought me to the place of seeing how driven I actually am, and how compromising I can be because of it. I'll save that for another video. But I would just like to ask you to ask God, am I still aligned with your plan and purpose for my life? Am I still doing what you want me to do? Or have I drifted into the world's way again, or doing things my way? So on Friday, on Food Freedom Friday, we're going to talk about drifting. And God reminded me of some things, and I want to share that with you on Friday. So thank you for tuning in again. You guys are amazing. I love that you are here. Please hit the like button, leave me a comment, share this video, and I will see you on Food Freedom Friday. Have a blessed day.